Alright, YouTube will run through my tanks here for our March update. We're in the bedroom here with the 180. You see Flex and Abigail running around here. It's daytime, so we're going to catch some glare, but whatever. So Flex is doing good after his infection in his mouth. He's all healed up. Doing good, feisty as ever. They haven't really spawned or had any spawning behavior, I think, because they've been in and out. She's real skittish. But other than that, they're doing really good. I'm glad I was able to, with some help, save this guy. He's getting, I would say he's close to 11 inches, something like that. And she's probably 5 inches or so. We're going to be tearing this tank apart here pretty soon. And these guys will be going into the garage. I got a 240 out there for them. We're gonna tear this tank apart completely. I got a 3D background coming, the Amazon 3D background from Aquatic Effects. A guy in Canada is sending it one to me. So I got the Amazon background. It's a big root and stone. So I'm gonna put the background and then just the natural substrate. And we're gonna put some discus in here for my wife. So we're researching discus. It looks like we may go with Kenny's discus, or there's a guy here near me in San Diego that is a discus seller that my buddy got some from. He's got some really nice fish. It looks to me like he gets his fish from Kenny, so we'll see. Either that or maybe Hans discus, but I'm not sure. I'm trying to let the wife decide what she wants to do on that. This is going to kind of be her tank. My effort to get her sucked into the hobby, so she'll have some leniency on how much I'm into it. We'll see how that plays out, but yeah, these guys are doing good. And we always got the little bulldog, Joey. Hey, 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 hey. I don't want to play right now, son. I'm doing a fish video. So yeah, the 180's doing good. We're gonna put all this in probably in the 150 outside. I'll take all the blue and put it out there. But yeah, this is the view from laying in bed at night watching TV. So I'll be bummed to see not have Flex in the bedroom anymore, but I'll show you in the garage. I got a pretty awesome setup for him to be in that should last him for most of his life. So we'll pause and go to the living room. So we're out here in the living room looking at the 125, which has got about 14 festae in it, maybe 5 little umbi grow outs, 2 loaches, 2 common plecos, and a L200 pleco. So we're just kind of using it as a grow out tank. Now that I got some other tanks in the garage set up, I'm gonna start sorting out these festae and keep some and get rid of some. So if you guys are looking for some good festae, these are F1 Ecuadorian festae that I got from Conway, and I will be looking to get rid of some of them, not just yet because I want to grow them out a little while further, but at some point I will. I'm gonna have to do something with them. So anyways, see if we can get a look at some of them. And I'm having a hard time deciding male or female. This is the biggest one, but it looks kind of female. Phone's ringing. We don't want to talk to them. But so based on the size, I'm thinking male, but features, I'm thinking maybe female. I don't know, because this one looks more female than there's one in here that looks particularly male to me. See if I can find him. This guy in the back looks like a male to me. As opposed to this one. It's the biggest one in there. And I'm thinking that, let's see, where's one that I think is a female? I don't know. This one here. I'm pretty sure this is a female. And maybe I guess this is a male. I don't know. I'm undecided, obviously. But this guy I'm more certain is a male. So anyways, we'll grow them out until I figure out what the heck I'm doing. Pretty certain that guy's the male in the back. But we'll see. Everybody in here is doing real well. So we'll go over to the dining room tank. So dining room tank with the jumper. Dottie, feisty as ever. I just noticed that I don't see any more fry in the tank. I've been getting whittled down, and it looks like he's in kill mode, so he's ready to spawn again, so he's probably bumped off the batch. Should probably pull a batch from these guys just to grow them out and see what they look like. I don't understand why he is just this miraculous blue and Flex is not, especially when I put him over the same background, but the blue on this guy is just like a suit of armor. It's awesome. And he's come around lately with a lot of attitude, which is cool. But yeah, I just noticed today for the first time, they've had a couple dozen fry that were good, you know, getting to be 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. But I think he must have bumped them all off. Maybe they're getting ready to do their deal again here. Digging around the pot. Come on out here. You. She's a really good looking female. Yeah, but they're doing good. Tore this all apart and put a couple new decorations in there. Soon I'll start eliminating some of these decorations, but for now it gives her a place to hide when he decides to be a jerk. But she actually is pretty feisty. She has no problem sticking up for herself, but on a few occasions he's laid a whipping on her, so I figure better to leave her some places to hide. Yeah, he definitely, he doesn't have the thickness or the height that Flex does, but he definitely blows him out of the water as far as color. So yeah, these guys are doing good. I think I'll keep them in here for quite a while still, maybe another 6 months, and then I'll have to put them in a 240 or something, but doing good. So first update in the garage, the new garage, kind of set up, at least making progress. So we got the 240 I've always had, the Hydra over in the corner, and we got this new rack with my 40 on top, the new 240, my 2 old 55s, and then a new 150 and a new 100. 100's empty right now because the neighbor was going to buy it and I was going to replace it with another 150, but I think we've got a hold on that, so I think maybe I'll just hold on to the 100 and I'll take the flower horn, and that'll end up being his home. I'll put him in there. Maybe I can find a female for him somewhere along the way and try and breed flower horns, which I know is going to be tough, but we'll try it. What the hell. So the 240, my light on the right side just blew out, so we're not going to get too good of a look, but this is number 1 male Doveye Samson from Billy Jack Canfield. Really good looking guy, really good shape, nice hump on his head, beautiful color, and he's not in his best either. When he gets right before breeding, pre-spawn, he looks really good, a lot of blue, the hump really gets going. So I think he's got the most potential out of any Doveye that I've had, and he's definitely got some attitude on him. And he's only 5 inches now, maybe 5 or 6 inches. So I think he's going to turn out to be something really sweet. And this female is really good looking, just chunky, stocky, knot on her head. And we've already had a successful spawn, and they're going on probably a month they've had this spawn. And it's going good, being good parents. I think they'll have no problem producing fry if that's what I choose to do. Which I don't plan on breeding and selling all that unless, you know, buddies want some or something, but it's cool. It's neat to see when it comes to pre-spawn, their colors just explode and their behavior's really cool. So, let's see, let me turn this light off. Yeah, good looking boy here. And look over here at his brother in a second. And I don't know who looks better. He's thicker for sure, but his brother's been coming on pretty good. We'll skip a tank and go down to here where his brother is. And we got Samson and Delilah in the other tank, and this is Gunther and Specs, my wife named her. So this was number 2 choice, but He's looking really good suddenly too. He's got a nice hump. As soon as I paired him up with this female, which is Delilah's sister over here, but you know, he's really good looking male too. So I think I'm gonna hold on to both of these pairs, but we'll see. This is her sister. Not quite as tall or thick, but still good looking female. Yes, sir. Can I help you? So yeah, good looking pair here. I'm gonna move them into the 150 over here. In the 150, we just got some dithers, some extra umbies I had, and an extra Dovi that was hanging around. I just got them going in here to get the tank up and running, and I got some cycled filters and stuff on there, so I'm sure it could run now, but I always like to give it a week with some test fish before I put fish that I'm invested in there. So I think Dovi pair number 2, Gunther and his Lady Specs, will end up being in this 150, and they should hold them for quite a while. Back over here on the far side of the 240 is the Dovi male that I had from Mike Mann that I'm going to be passing on if somebody were interested. He's a good looking boy, you know. He's not shy. Let's see if we can feed him a little and get him to show us what's up. But I think just not the profile that the other males have. But if somebody's interested in them, I think I would let them go. You know, for me, shipping is such a hassle because I'm about an hour and a half from the airport and the box and all that stuff. You know, I think it would take $100 for me for it to be worth it to box them up, drive them to LA, put them on a flight that I arranged and all this other stuff. So if someone were interested in a 9-inch F1 Nicaraguan male Dovi, I will be selling this one for $100. Yeah, and what I have in here are some leftovers from from Billy Jack's fish, so I'm hoping he's going to pair up with this female, and then that'll probably sweeten the deal some. I'm sure this is a female, and if he ends up, you know, if she grows out enough and they pair, then I'll have a pair of unrelated F1 Nicaraguans that are good looking fish. So we'll see what's to come of that, but no rush. Just kind of biding my time. I got tank space for now. I'm hoping to get some Trimax in here at some point, but I'm not trying to rush the guy that's doing that either. He's held on to me for a long time, so we'll see how that goes. Up here we got the Barney, the flower horn, which is the total psycho. Can't even go in the tank because he's at 3 or 4 inches that he is. He's just vicious. He's just a mean little bastard. I get in the tank, grab him, pick him up out of the tank, put him back down in, and he immediately turns around and wants to fight. He has no fear whatsoever. He's not going to be intimidated. and again, he's only about 4 inches long. I figure, you know. But really cool guy, and I think what I'll end up doing is putting him in that 100, and that'll just be his deal there, bare bottom 100, and see if I can get some females and try breeding, which I don't know, we'll see. And then the new addition is the 240, which Flex and Abigail are going to end up going in here in a little while. And again, I took some already seeded bio rings out of my sump in here. Let's see if we can show you. I got a sump on my 240 down here. Some plants growing in it and bio balls. And the socks are here with a whole bunch of extra biomedia for I need to seed a tank. So I took the biomedia out and just set it right on top of the new sponge filters and figured it'll suck the biological beneficial bacteria in there. And I put a couple of dirty socks in there too from there just to seed the tank. Same over here. I have some seeded sponges sitting next to new sponges, and so I just want to get the tank up and going. And I'm going to try this white and blue substrate and see how that goes. There's a few little umbi, dithers in here. They're hiding, but there's half a dozen of them in here just to test the tank, make sure nobody's floating. What we got down here in this other 55 is grow outs from Flex and Abigail. A little Lucifer here. It's total psycho also. all 2 inches of him, 3 inches of him. Just ready to do battle. But I'm down to maybe a dozen in here now that like to grow them out and just see what they look like. Again, just got the tank space, so kind of holding on to them. See how they do. Yeah, so that's it. Got the new rack, which was cool to build. My buddy Will came over and built it for me, and my buddy Stuart came over and plumbed in the Hydra to everything. So they're all connected here. It comes over, and then every tank has its own valve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 valves. So all I gotta do is, well, this one's for the 240. I still gotta plumb that in, but this one goes to the 150, the 100, the 55, the 55, and they've all got downspouts in there painted black with strainers on them. So all I gotta do is flip a switch and drain the tank, flip a switch and fill it up, and then once a month I get out the gravel vac and gravel vac them all, which is attached also to the water change machine on a valve. So, yep, that's it. We got Fred, Flex and Abigail, Umby grow outs, Dovi pair. That's going to go in the 150. Like I said, I'm hoping I have a pair of Trimax on the way. So we'll see how that works out. And then in the bedroom, the wife will have a discus tank. So that's it. The hobby grows. Fish are getting bigger. I got kind of the fish that I want for the long term. If I got a couple pairs of Umbies and a couple pairs of Dovis and a pair of Trimax and a flower horn, that'll suffice. That'll feed the obsession for a while, I think. But I do have a whole nother wall that we could put fish tanks onto, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, if you are watching, thank you for doing so. And as always, thanks to everybody at AFC, Conway, Mike, Brian, Justin, Dottie. Appreciate the advice and the fellowship in fish keeping, and we'll see you guys around the page.